Now, who won?
Okay.
Drum roll.
Okay.
And the winner is Caitlin Clark.
Hey, sports fans. Today's story isn't just about points on the board. It's about energy, leadership, and those unforgettable team moments that make you love basketball even more. At the center of it all, two names you know well. Caitlin Clark, who proved you don't have to be on the court to lead your team, and Sophie Cunningham, who lit it up from deep like she was born for the moment. So buckle up, because this game was about more than just stats. It was about spirit, heart, and showing the world what real team chemistry looks like. Caitlin Clark, the powerhouse from the sidelines. Let's start with Caitlin. For weeks now, she's been sidelined with a groin injury. A nightmare for any athlete, especially a rookie star who's been carrying her team through so many tough games. Most players in her position might sit quietly, watch the game, and focus on recovery. But not Caitlin Clark. From the opening tip to the final buzzer, she was a constant source of energy for her team. Standing, clapping, shouting encouragement, her presence was impossible to miss. She was locked in on every possession, whispering tactical advice to her teammates, celebrating every hustle play, and even cracking a smile at some questionable calls from the refs to keep everyone relaxed. She made one thing crystal clear. I may not be in uniform tonight, but I'm still here for my team every single second. Respect for the opponent. One of the most telling moments came mid-game. Alyssa Thomas pulled off a beautiful play, one that could only be described as veteran brilliance. And Caitlin? She tipped her imaginary cap from the bench. That tiny gesture spoke volumes. Even in the heat of competition, Caitlin showed respect for her opponent's skill. That's the mark of a true sportswoman. Fierce when it matters, but appreciative of great basketball no matter who's making the shot. Sophie Cunningham, the sharpshooter's knight. Now, let's talk about Sophie Cunningham. After 6 seasons and 182 games with the Phoenix Mercury, Sophie returned to her hometown, and it felt like she brought a little extra magic with her. She was simply unstoppable. 18 points, 2 assists, and here's the killer stat. She went 5 for 8 from beyond the arc. Every time the Fever needed a lift, she was there draining threes like it was the easiest thing in the world. And it wasn't just volume, it was efficiency. She shot 9 of 16 from the field, finding her rhythm early and never letting it go. If you were in the arena, you could feel it, that moment when the crowd starts to expect the shot to drop before it even leaves her hands. Fever bench reactions, a party every time. Every time Sophie hit a 3, the Fever bench exploded like they just won the game. Players jumped out of their seats, high fives flew everywhere, and yes, Caitlin Clark was right in the middle of it all, cheering like a proud teammate. It wasn't forced. It wasn't staged. It was genuine joy, the kind of reaction you get when a team truly believes in one another. Depth on display. And that's what made this game special. The Fever didn't just show they could win without Caitlin on the floor. They showed they could thrive. Sophie stepped into the spotlight, but she wasn't alone. Every player contributed, from hustle plays on defense to smart ball movement that kept the Mercury guessing. It was the perfect example of what coaches always preach, but fans rarely see in full effect. Next player up mentality. The turning points. There were moments where momentum could have swung either way. In the second quarter, the Mercury made a push, cutting the lead down and putting pressure on Indiana. But Sophie answered with back-to-back triples, shutting down the run before it could build. Later, in the fourth quarter, when fatigue could have been a factor, the Fever locked in defensively. The rotations were crisp, the communication was constant, and Caitlin's voice could be heard from the bench calling out plays and warning about screens. It was as if she had turned into an assistant coach mid-game. Caitlin's impact goes beyond the box score. When fans look at the game recap tomorrow, Caitlin's name won't have points next to it. No rebounds, no assists, but if you watch the game, you know her fingerprints were all over it. Her leadership kept the energy high, her encouragement kept the confidence up, and her presence reminded everyone that leadership isn't just about scoring, it's about lifting the people around you. Why this matters for the Fever season. This game could easily have been a trap for Indiana. Missing their star playmaker, facing a team hungry for a win, it had all the makings of a stumble. But instead, it turned into a statement. The Fever showed they have multiple weapons, that they can adapt their style, and that their bench is as engaged and dangerous as their starters. And for Caitlin, it's a powerful reminder that her role on this team goes beyond her on-court performance. Final thoughts. Basketball fans love highlights. We love the big shots, the poster dunks, the ankle-breaking crossovers. But games like this remind us there's more to the sport. There's leadership from the sidelines. There's the joy of watching a teammate catch fire from three. There's the respect shown between competitors, even in the heat of battle. Caitlin Clark didn't need to score a single point to be one of the most important players in this game. And Sophie Cunningham reminded everyone why sharpshooters can change the entire tone of a matchup. So, if you're a Fever fan, be proud. If you're a basketball fan, appreciate what you just saw. And if you're not subscribed yet, well, you're gonna miss moments like this if you don't hit that button. Stay tuned, because if this is what the Fever look like without Caitlin on the court, just imagine what happens when she's back in action.